Well, we met through the singles ministry at Neptune Baptist Church. I was the leader of the group I was in, and the lady who was in charge of all of the singles ministry came to me and asked me if I would go visit this guy named Barry Chandler, because he had recently been divorced but was still attending a married class, and she just thought he would really enjoy the singles. And so I said, okay. And one of the guys who was in my group was Barry's next door neighbor. So I went to Charlie and asked him if he would go with me to visit Barry, because got to keep it proper, and I had no clue who he was anyway. And I knocked on the door, and Barry came to the door. I introduced myself to him. We went in, sat down, and all three of us just talked and talked and talked, and that's how we met. And when I left there that night, I thought, oh, we're going to be awesome friends. He's a neat guy, but we're just going to be really good friends, and I'm going to just help him navigate these hard times getting through divorce, and that's what I thought would happen.
And it did.
Mm-hmm.
We met in high school back in Pennsylvania, 1948. I went to a different high school than Olga, but I used to hang out with all the kids from her class. So that's when we first met, back in 1948.
We used to meet at an ice cream parlor, which was across the street from my high school, and there was a jukebox there, and we danced, and of course ate ice cream.
Shortly, about 3 weeks later, we went out on our very first date. We went to Chizu Restaurant, and that was like on February 6th. And on March 31st, we were engaged, which happened to be my birthday as well, so that was a really awesome night. And then 2 months later, on June 4th, we were married. So 4 months from our first date, just a little over 4 months from meeting each other, we were married.
It takes me a while to make a decision.
Several factors go into a long marriage. The first is, in our case, I love my wife very much, and I feel that she loves me just as much.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is we have a strong and abiding love for God and for Jesus Christ,
Right.
and have had for years. Third thing is it helps to be married to a giver, not a taker, such as Olga.
I don't need sports to make me feel complete. Just you by my side to love.
Maybe I should embellish.
No, no, let me go. I'll just say, I think taking Paul literally in chapter 5 of Ephesians, out of reverence for Christ, you love each other and you serve each other. And then everybody gets hung up on the scripture about, wives, submit to your husbands. But I would say, wives, if your husband is Christ-like, it just would seem to come natural that you would want to submit to someone who takes care of you, who makes you first in this life, who loves you unconditionally.
Talk to each other a lot and talk out your problems and work them out together, and just pray together, and love each other unconditionally.